What is up, everybody? It is your boy Farai. Thank you once again for tuning in. Shout out to Notification Squad. I'm going to get straight into this tutorial because they are building next door. So if you hear any saws or anything like that, new studio being built, what's up? Anyway, for those who are new to the channel, feel free to smash that like button, subscribe if you have not, and we'll get straight into the video. I got kind of like a more punk style of an iann Dior vocal effect, you know what I mean? We got to take it to the next level. So if you enjoy the sound after I play the example we have, feel free to stick around and we'll go through some techniques to up your vocal game, etc. Let's get straight into it.
Yeah, she don't love you, she love your drugs. Driving too fast, I might throw up. She wanna party on a Tuesday night. Can't think right now, but I'll be alright. Yeah, loving you's like the rodeo. Yeah, I've seen it all, it ain't new to you. Yeah, nothing fits, it ain't suiting you. So I guess I gotta let go. Guess I gotta let go. What are things that we had, guess I gotta let go.
Alrighty, so cool, man. Stick around. Let's break down some stuff. So pretty much this is an evolved version of the SoundCloud vocal effect from the last video. I've just pretty much mashed it heavy to get more of a kind of punk rock style. So I've added about 2 or 3 plugins, which I'll run through. Please go and check out the previous video if you want a more in-depth look at all of the sends and all of that. I don't think I'll be covering that in today's video. We'll be really strictly focusing on the main vocal chain as well as how to stack your vocals to get kind of that full wide sound. So yeah, so the first thing, obviously you're probably interested in the auto tune on the main vocal. This is the settings right here, variable, you know, depending on the vocal that you have. So yeah, that's pretty much all we have right there. Then I'm just using the Waves NS1. This is not a free plugin, but I do have a video link in the description on how to denoise your vocals if you're having any issues. Obviously I've got construction next door, so it is important to make sure that there's no noise within the vocals while recording. So yeah, just to kind of really punk the sound out a bit, what I have is this Ven Audio free clip. This is a free clipping plugin that I'm just kind of blending in with the main vocal just to give the vocal that kind of analog crunch, kind of as if, you know, you're kind of singing live. You already want that sound. Denoise, I mean DS I didn't really use, but what I did add to this template are these 2 EQs. This is obviously just a high cut and a low cut, which essentially is just this. I was just testing it out. It is a demo. You can just, you know, cut the vocal if you want, but all I did really was just tone the vocal a bit more because, you know, for those who own these templates, construction, but yeah, for those who own these templates, you know, your voice is gonna change depending on the beat you have, so it's always important just to kind of tone everything before hitting the vocal chain. So yeah, this is still standard from the previous video. I just have this EQ set up. This time I'm obviously bypassing the high pass filter because we have some high pass going on here, and we're really smashing this SSL comp. The cool thing about this is a mastering compressor, but smashing a vocal into it, you can really get some cool results. So just check how much I'm compressing.
Yeah, she don't love you, she love your drugs. Driving too fast, I might throw up. She wanna party on a Tuesday night. Can't think right now, but I'll be alright.
You know what I mean? Just going absolutely crazy kind of represents the sound we're going for. And by the way, for those who are interested in this template, you can see that I use the control and left click function to move around my vocals. So if you know, have this pack, what you can do is you can, and do this anyway if you don't have this either, but create a microphone input channel so that you can have no effects but still be able to listen to effects. So if I turn on my mic right here, which is just this one, it might not sound that great, but yeah, you know, Ad-Lib, swag, bass guide, you know, dry Ad-Lib, yeah, yeah. You get what I'm saying? So you can, you know, have some fun doing that. Now, you know, before I kind of break down the main vocal chain, which is just all of these effects, you know, really simple, but we've got all these layers right here, right? So we've got this Ad-Lib sing, you know, you saw me run through all of the different options we have. If I solo this, then we got our left backings right here, left and right. I'll play together so that you can hear both of these. All we're really doing is just de-essing it and then using a filter just to kind of get rid of the mud in the vocal. And yeah, by the way, the Ad-Lib. So all I really do with the Ad-Lib is just noise gate it, de-ess it, use a compressor. You can use any DS, any compressor you want. The theory stays the same, you know, DS, compress, add a flanger, add a telephone effect just to get that kind of cool radio sound. And then yeah, this is another trick that I do. I actually just render out this vocal right here. I do have a video called how to master vocals, how to create a double effect or something like that. I've done so many by now, but this one basically all I do is duplicate this vocal, right? And then what I do is I pitch it down 9 cents and then pitch it up 9 cents. As you can see, this pitch knob right here, and you end up with this cool little vocal right here, and then you send it to different channels. So I got them over here, 19 and 20, and just listen to them. Let's get right there.
Too fast, I might throw up. She wanna party on a Tuesday night. Can't think right now, but I'll be alright. Get love and use like the rodeo.
You know, so we get that really cool sound right there. Let's just listen to that.
Driving too fast, I might throw up. She wanna party on a Tuesday night. Can't think right now.
You know what I mean? And we add everything together.
Driving too fast, I might throw up. She wanna party on a Tuesday night.
So you know what I mean? Mess around with all different types of techniques that you can learn on the internet. I've got a lot of resources in my previous videos, even from a year ago. Good stuff. All right, so let's get to the main vocal chain. I send my Ad-Lib there as well as the dry Ad-Lib, because those are all essentially main vocals. So these three go to this main vocal chain where we can do some further processing. Now, you can use the Fruity Blood Overdrive. You can download some free analog preamp emulators if you want. But I like to have that kind of process where I'm mixing my tracks, and then it's if I'm sending them to like an analog processor, you know what I mean? Where you can have a mixer channel that has some nice gritty, you know, rock sound to it, right? And I'm using the Soundtoys Radiator mixer amp. And all that really does is just add a bit of grit. You can't really hear the difference, but if I turn it on.
Driving too fast, I might throw.
Whoops, my bad, my computer's glitching.
Driving too fast, I might throw up. She wanna party on a Tuesday night. Can't think.
So you can hear the vocal kind of sits a bit back in the beat, but when I turn this on, it kind of just brings a bit of saturation into the vocal, fills it up, makes it sound a lot more punchy.
Driving too fast, I might throw up. She wanna party on a Tuesday night. Can't think right now, but I'll be alright.
Does something to the vocal, so that's really cool. Over here I just do another classic compressor but in parallel. So these are the settings. Download this 32-bit plugin, unfortunately. So it is a VST as well, won't work with Mac. Try that out. CLA vocals, man, this is a really cool plugin. Lil Uzi uses this definitely. And all I'm doing is just doing 1.1 on the treble on that top setting right there. A bit of the compression, it's like a secret compressor. I'm guessing it's like a 1176 or something. And then I just do a tiny bit of delay just to kind of bounce the vocal around, barely audible. You can see it's at -30, or is it -30? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, and then all I really do on this last bit right here, so I'll turn off all three of these, but you can use any flanges you want, any sort of chorus. An ensemble is essentially a chorus plugin, but I just do that to add a bit of cool smoothness to the vocal, you know. So if I turn off these two, I'll turn them off first.
Driving too fast, I might throw up. She wanna party on a Tuesday night.
So you can kind of hear the vocals a bit harsh, but when I add, you know, minimally this chorus and then minimally, I mean, look at that 0.84%, right? It just kind of smoothens the vocal. So listen to this again, those kind of sounds.
Driving too fast, I might throw up.
My computer's glitching.
Driving too fast, I might throw up. She wanna party on a.
You know what I mean? The vocal's just kind of sitting more in the beat. So that's where this vocal chain is really just to kind of tone shape the vocal a little bit more. Yeah, man, you know, feel free to go check out the SoundCloud video. I do talk about all of these different types of channels. I won't talk about them today. I don't have that much time today, unfortunately. Mastering chain we might as well run through. All I'm really doing is a bit of SPL just to kind of boost. The beat didn't really have that much punch, so I'm just using that. I'm using this EQ just to kind of dip the mids a little bit, and then just a bit of EQ, you know, just to get rid of some of these stereo frequencies right here. The hi-hat was quite annoying. Little bit of EQ. You can see I'm not really doing that much. My favorite maximizer right here. Old school plugin, really amazing. It just kind of clips the peaks. You can use the Fruity Soft Clipper. Doesn't make a difference really to me. And then I'm just using the Ozone Maximizer. You can use the Fruity Limiter. You can see I use that as well, but just for a true peak limiter. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Always willing to help out. And I'll check out in the next video. Peace out.